where each day is a struggle for the bare necessities. Mother Teresa has faced all this for 31 years without flinching or losing hope. She and her Sisters of Charity begin their day in prayer. To a visitor, the problems of Calcutta seem overwhelming. There is so much misery. But Mother Teresa never sees the masses, just a lot of individuals who need help.
I may help one. If I look at the whole crowd, then I will never begin with the one. But if I look just at one, then I will finish the whole crowd.
Perhaps her most remarkable work is to give people here a dignified place to die. That may sound strange, but many in Calcutta live and die in the street, alone and unloved. Mother Teresa started a home for the dying in 1952, where people could spend their last moments in peace. Most of the people here are under 40, each one certified by a hospital as too sick to help. Mother Teresa comes, usually on Sunday, to wash their bodies and clean their bedpans. She says these people are beautiful, that she sees Christ in each of them.
The souls are much better.
It says something about Calcutta and this home, that of the 38,000 people brought here to die, more than half of them proved and gone back to the street.
Now that you are all right, you must help others, all right?
And yet Mother Teresa says if no lives had been saved, the work done here would still be worthwhile. What is the idea behind this place?
To help them to die in peace with God, to make them feel that they are wanted, that they are loved, that they are somebody special to us. This is what they have forgotten. And by bringing them here, at least the few hours that they are with us, make them feel that they are child of God, my brother, my sister, and that we really love them.
Even if they're
somebody special.
Even if they've had no love during their entire life?
Still, at the last moment, they die with love and dignity. As one of them said, the man that we brought from the street and he was already eaten up alive with maggots. And he said, I've lived like an animal in the street, but I'm going to die like an angel.
Helping people one at a time, Mother Teresa has built an impressive network of charities. There are hospitals and orphanages, schools and vocational training programs. She runs colonies in India and Africa for 53,000 lepers. Here in Calcutta, in addition to everything else, the missionaries of charity feed 7,000 people each day. Mother Teresa refuses any government aid. She says she works for God, not a salary. And she says God has always provided.
One Friday, sister came and said to me, Mother, we have nothing. You'll have to tell the people Friday, Saturday, there will be no food. I didn't know what to answer, and I didn't answer anything. At about 9 o'clock, all the schools were closed. The government gives to the government schools, the poor children, a slice of bread and a cup of milk. Whenever bread is left over, they send it to us. And this day, there were thousands of loaves left. And everything came to us. And for 2 days, our people ate bread. They have never eaten so much bread in their life. Never the tender thoughtfulness of God. He closed the schools.
You believe that?
I'm very sure.
That was a miracle.
That was a first-class miracle.
All shapes and sizes. The miracles keep happening. One day while we were there, 2 volunteers arrived from England, bringing suitcases full of expensive medicine. They had heard about Mother Teresa and came to spend 3 weeks helping her take care of the poor.
Next time you make 56 pounds.
Next time I will do more and more, Mother. She's exactly as I imagined. She's a very simple, very humble, very thoughtful person, and yet she's got enormous power, as you can see. There are living saints, and I'm sure she's one.
There are many people, both here in Calcutta and around the world, who say that you are a living saint. What do you think of that?
I'm only a little instrument in God's hand, that's all. A little pencil.
But how do you feel?
But the writing and the thinking is his. I'm just a little pencil in his hand. That's all.
There are many ways to measure Mother Teresa's work, and one of them is the strength of the order she founded. At a time when almost all religious orders are shrinking in size, the missionaries of charity are attracting young women all over the world. The life they enter is not easy. Mother Teresa says that to know the poor, the sisters must be poor themselves. And so they have only 3 possessions, 2 white Indian saris and a bucket to wash them. In addition to the 3 traditional vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, the sisters take a 4th vow of free service to the poor. Mother Teresa calls what they do love of God through action. Why are you so appealing to so many?
I have to use only what they say. In their application, they write, I want a life of poverty, prayer, and sacrifice that will lead me to the service of the poor. That's all. They want the joy of poverty. They want that freedom of poverty. And only when you are free, then you can love.
As I'm sure you know, there are many nuns in the U.S. who are unhappy because they can't be priests. What do you think of that?
No one could have been a better priest than Our Lady.
The Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary. And she was only the handmaid of the Lord.
Do you think that U.S. nuns could spend their time and their energy better on other things, worrying about this?
Yeah. Each one of us have a part to play, even those nuns in the United States.
And are they wasting their time worrying about whether they play as a priest or a nun?
Yeah, I think it's a waste of energy to hunger for something that we cannot have. We don't need it.
One evening during our visit, some of the people Mother Teresa serves held a ceremony to give thanks for her Nobel Prize. These people clearly love her, and they touched her feet in the traditional Bengali sign of respect. When Mother Teresa won the Nobel Prize, she accepted it as recognition that works of love are works of peace. She said the award money, nearly $200,000, will be used to build new homes for the poor. But she is not so grateful for other things that have come with the prize. Since winning the award, you've received a lot of attention from people here in India, from the media all around the world. How do you feel about that?
Crucifixion.
You don't enjoy this, do you?
I don't. I must tell the truth. But it's been a difficult thing, but I think it's part of the work.
You know, the Nobel Peace Prize is usually given to statesmen, to world leaders.
Yeah.
Do you think your work is as important as theirs?
It's been given to me for the glory of God. I suppose they want to recognize his presence in the world, that he is much greater than all the statesmen of the world.
Will you write a speech for the award ceremony in Oslo?
I never write one.
You won't write a speech? What will you do?
I will pray and I will let Jesus talk. Oh, they are twins, huh?
Mother Teresa has made a big difference in Calcutta, perhaps nowhere more than in her children's homes. In the past, these unwanted babies would have been aborted or left on trash heaps. But Mother Teresa has sent out word she wants them. And in the last 20 years, this one home has taken in 10,000 children. Mother Teresa understands India's population problem. In accordance with church teachings, she has set up natural family planning centers. But when we talked about artificial birth control, we saw a trace of anger, for the first and only time. You know, the one thing that you are criticized for in the U.S. that people wonder about is your opposition to birth control in a country that has such a population problem.
Yes, but I've never begged from anybody to feed my children. You
take care of your children.
They don't need to worry about them. I've never come neither in the States nor anywhere. I've never asked them to feed my children. There's always been one more plate of rice, one more glass of milk. If you and I have a right to live, that little one has right to live also. See the light, see the eyes full of life. কত বড় দেখ কত সুন্দর
That was brought 3 days back. 3 days back.
Yes.
3 days old?
Yes.
He's from nursing home road.
That's life there, no? Beautiful life, God. But that same life made by the same loving hand of God. And we don't know what the future of that child is. That child may become a great saint one day. For what reason do the people in United States have to have abortion? Are they not able to feed the children? Why are they having the abortion in the United States?
Why do you think?
I'm asked, I don't know. I cannot understand. Are they afraid of the baby? They are afraid to have to feed one more child. They are afraid of the child. This little baby, they are afraid of this little baby. And they're afraid of food.
Your faith is not some abstract belief, is it?
It's a living reality.
I mean, you really feel God's presence.
I believe that He is.
If the people watching this broadcast could come away with a single thought,
I must love. And I must love until it hurts.
tomorrow in Norway, Mother Teresa will send that message.